This segment is powered by Gamma Razor Fast Sweepstakes. Slow rackets are boring. Go to Gamma Tennis on Facebook to enter. Good day, tennis fans, and welcome back to Point Counterpoint. I'm Ted Lee Peck, and joining me is Blair Henley.
We know you've been watching quite a bit of tennis since the U.S. Open started last week, and you've also heard plenty of tennis analysis. So the question is, who are the best and worst tennis commentators?
Well, two of my big favorites, Mary Carrillo and Jim Courier, they're just great commentators. I like Mary Carrillo's insight. She's very smart. She's very quick. She knows what she's talking about.
Loves to talk about Serena.
Yeah, she does. But hang on, you'll get your negatives in. And she's quick with the stat. She knows what to say. She doesn't talk, I feel like, too much. But and I really like Jim Courier for his. I feel like his insight's gotten better since he's been Davis Cup captain. He knows what he's talking about. And
50% of the time.
And I like him a lot.
Except when he's talking way too much.
All right.
And continue.
Okay. And my all-time favorite, Darren Cahill. I think if there's anybody that deserves a show, it's Darren Cahill. You know, he radio, television, he knows what he's talking about. He's got a great voice. He doesn't talk, and oh my gosh, he knows when to shut up. Like, he knows if there's a great match going on right now, we don't want to hear somebody, so he'll just he'll whisper a little something in your ear just to let you know what's going on. But he won't, like, overpower. Yeah.
I agree. Cahill is one of my favorites. Was a great player, also a great coach. Coach Leighton Hewitt, Andre Agassi, among others. I really feel like that adds to how well-rounded his commentary is. And his voice is also pleasant to listen to, which you would think would be a given in any kind of broadcasting profession. But then you listen to Pam Shriver and Martina Navratilova, and then you're not so sure.
Navratilova.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But I will say I also like John McEnroe. I know a lot of people may not think his commentary is the most insightful, but I do think he's easy to listen to, and for better or worse, he has a point. He has a point of view, and so often commentators are just spouting fluff, not taking one side or the other, and I appreciate that he actually has a legitimate opinion.
If the viewers have watched any of our previous shows, I've bashed McEnroe a little bit. But I'm on the fence with McEnroe. It just depends on the day he has. Some days he's like very... he's entertaining and interesting, and then some days he just seems like he's kind of blabbering up there. So,
well, I will say I also really enjoy Mary Jo Fernandez. Again, great player, Fed Cup coach, and she's also married to Tony Godsick, who is Roger Federer's agent. And so I really feel like she has the knowledge of the game. She has the knowledge of the players. She also has the industry knowledge that I feel like really makes her a well-rounded and really insightful tennis analyst. Yeah. Really enjoy.
Very, very well-rounded.
All right.
I like
Let's go to the negative.
Oh, man. Where do we start? I'm going to start with Cliff Drysdale. That guy irritates me so much when I watch his matches. And, I mean, I used to really like him. He's got a cool voice, but he just blabbers on about the score. I don't feel like he mispronounces names, stutters. I don't feel like he ever really goes anywhere with his commentating. It lacks substance for me, and it just drives me nuts. So and then Martina Navratilova, she's very airy. She talks a lot, and I don't really understand.
She's a know-it-all. Is that what you're trying to say?
She's a know-it-all. Yes, she's a know-it-all. She just.
I'll agree. Martina, she may know everything there is to know about tennis. What do I know? But the
don't
best,
make me feel stupid.
Well, right. The best commentators are the ones who can know it all, yet not sound like a know-it-all.
Thank you.
To the viewers. I'll also say for my least favorites, poor Chris Evert and Tracy Austin, or as I like to call them, the Captain's Obvious, who tend to just take the most obvious things and regurgitate them. Yeah. It's just painful to listen to. And again, like we've talked about, they just don't know when to stop talking. Sometimes you just want to watch the match. And the other thing, again, I know commentating is not the easiest job in the world, but I will say that one of the things that just irks me to no end is when commentators claim to know what's going on inside of a player's head. Saying, for instance, Sharapova is just not as hungry as her opponent, or something along those lines. I'm thinking, how the heck do you know? Were you, do you have ESP? How do you know this? And that just really irritates me when I watch tennis. Just give us the facts, give us some good analysis. leave it at that.
That's understandable. But those are our thoughts. We want to hear yours. Voice your opinions on Facebook, Twitter, and in the YouTube comments section. We'll see you next time here on Tennis Now.